Hello YouTube, Totalhenry here, and I'm back once again with another fan art video, and in this one I'm going to cover Hajime no Ippo and Ashita no Joe, or Tomorrow's Joe. These are two boxing manga, and I personally love them. These both would be in my top 10 favorite manga of all time. Hajime no Ippo is what turned me into a real-life boxing fan. I love the sport, I think it's great, and I have a lot of fan art. I only have one for Ashita no Joe, so I'm going to start with that first. So this is the one I did of Joe, the main character. You might recognize this because this is one I did a video on. I have a time-lapse video on my channel of me drawing this. Maybe I'll include a link on the screen or in the description. Hopefully I will remember to do that. So yeah, that's the main character, Joe. Next up, the rest is just Hajime no Ippo. And this one is another one that you should recognize because this is the main character Ippo from Hajime no Ippo. And I also drew him on my channel. I forget exactly what part in the storyline this came from. But this is the main character, Makinochi Ippo. So now some of the other art that you haven't seen. This is Ippo from Chapter 1064, page 8. A lot of these are just Ippo's face all bruised and sweaty, and I really like the way the mangaka, I'm forgetting his name right now, draws the cross hatching on his face to make it look like he's bruised. Here's another picture of Ippo. I forget what fight, but he's recovering from a fall right here. See if I can zoom in, you can see the muscles. There's a Japanese sound effect that was just on the page, so I don't really know what it means because I don't speak Japanese. There's the floor and his feet, a lot of speed lines. I like a lot of these. I spent a lot of time on these. This one is I copied a double page spread. Let me see if I can show you. Is that coming together all right? So as you can see, let me just show you individually. That's one page. I forget this opponent's name. Maybe it was Tate. And he was a veteran, and he and Ippo had this incredible match, and here they both punch each other in the face simultaneously. Let me see if I can show you the whole thing again. So a lot of speed lines, a lot of sweat. Can you guys see that? That looks... I'm trying to peek in between the pages. Yeah, okay, you can sort of... Okay. Next is a picture of Edgy Date. This is when I think he was fighting Ricardo Martinez. He's all beaten up. There's another one there's a lot of sort of hard lines around the there's a lot of lines around the outside, like energy or sort of, and I couldn't really tell what that was, so I did my best with that. Here is everyone's favorite character, Takamura. This is when he was fighting Brian Hawk. This is when he leaves this corner and raises his hands up in the air and he screams. This is one of my favorite pieces right there, and you see his 3 scars on his chest. The face didn't really look like him. Here is Ippo. I forget what fight, but he's running to... Oh my god, this is incredible. He's running towards the guy at full speed, his opponent. His face is a little messed up as I look at it again. Yeah, his face is really messed up right there. Here's another picture of Ippo. I forget what fight this was in. I think his torso right here is a little too big, and that seems a little too big, but it might have been like that. But anyway, I don't know, it just looks a little awkward. I like the folds on his pants. I think that came out well. Here is Ippo from round 647, tightly bound. This was just the cover page. Again, this time his torso is way too thin. This was one of the first pictures I ever drew of him. I don't like this one as much. Now, this might be a little hard to show, but I am such a big fan of Hajime no Ippo that I have gone through some of my favorite moments in the entire series, and I have drawn them. Like, I've copied the pages. So, oh wait, there are two here? Okay, let's see what this is. First up is chapter 242, The King's Farewell Gift, page 21 and 22. So I'm going to hold this up so you can just... I did my best to copy everything, the dialogue, so you can read it. This is read the Japanese way. He's broken. The fact that he pushed Sendo proved he had potential, but his second destroyed him. That's the end of his boxing career. And over here, let me zoom into this panel. Sendo. And zoom out so you can see that. The champion kneels before the fallen challenger. Unlike his attitude in the fight, he takes the gentlemanly stand. He's probably congratulating him on a match well fought. So I like this page. I think some of the panels came out nicely. I like the shoe one as I look more closely at it. And the next page. I doubt I'll see you in the ring ever again. So I'll say it now. That's what I've got. This was one of the greatest moments in the series, where Sendo kneels before him and just says, "I'm strong." Okay, here's another one of these, another page. Chapter 547, The Worst Possible Situation, pages 15 and 16. This is Takamura against Brian Eagle. If you don't want me to read this, I won't. Well, I kind of want to. Those are beautiful 1-2s and very frightening, because those are the greatest 1-2s in the world. Those 1-2s took him to the top of the world. They've been polished to the point that they're Eagle's greatest weapons. The 1-2 are coming virtually at the same time. What the hell is this guy? So the punch, more of the panels. To be able to use something in the fight just like you practiced it. He really is a copy of the most annoying fighter I know. I finally understand how it feels to get into the ring with you. Those eyes that never give up. Those annoying eyes. Hey, Ippo. He's just like you. So yeah, I thought this moment was really cool, and I just had to draw it. Takamura sees Ippo and Brian Eagle, and just Ippo in the background as Eagle's punching him. It's just a really cool moment. I don't know, I'm having fun reading these. If you don't want to listen to them, you can skip ahead in the video, but I have a bunch more of these, so... and some of them are multiple pages long. This is another one from the from Takamura Eagle fight. This is chapter 550, Efforts Victory. Here, this is what Takamura's seen. I'll hit the mitts. The old man is holding. I'll just hit the mitts the old man is holding. So he's looking at his coach, and his coach is holding the mitts for him to hit. Ducks under the punch, and the punch comes at Eagle, and BAM! So giant, dramatic moment right here as Takamura lands looks like a left cross, left hook. Then down here, have both of the trainers. His coach is about to throw in the towel, Takamura. So I'm trying to describe this as best as I can, but I just love this. I just love Hajime no Ippo so much that I had to go back and draw these moments. Okay, next up is... This one has so many pages. This one is round 312, When the Last Fist Falls, This is Ippo's first title defense against, I forget his name, but he was the doctor character. The rotations have stopped. The Dempsey roll has stopped dead in its tracks. I held on. I can't move anymore. I didn't, as you can see, I didn't try too hard with this first panel. There's a lot of detail in the crowd I just didn't do. But I like the way the faces came out. And continuing on, Ippo's thoughts continues, I've lost. Ippo realizing that he might have lost this fight. His eyes might be a little too big in this. And that's the other guy's coach. I can't read what he's saying. In the end, all the boxing theory vanished. It was just the boys' miraculous willpower against Sandana's pride. They were fighting with their pride as men, as fighters. And Sandala's most unscientific quality allowed him to survive, allowed him to live through the Dempsey roll. So yeah, just explaining everything. I really like this page. Just not a lot of words. I think this top panel looks good. It's not as good as the original art. I'm not saying I am, but I just had to show my appreciation for this artist, for this great series and I had a lot of fun drawing this. Some more panels that I get to read to you guys. Finish him! The boy will fall from anything. I can't lift my hands. What does he say right now? Oh, in the corner right there, Ippo thinks I just want to sit down. His coach spurs him on. The hand in his back. He was slapped by his coach to motivate him. Ippo trying to lift up his hands in the final panel. If I'm gonna lose, then I'll fight to the end. So as you can see, little Japanese sound effects. The coach shouting. As we enter the climax of this fight, Ippo tries to punch. Ah! The champion ready says right. Will the attack continue? Coach is screaming as hard as they can. Ippo goes for the punch. And man, look at his head right there. His head is so out of proportion. But yeah, the punch comes. And a huge double page spread as the punch barely does anything. I really like the way this came out. Again, the heads look a little too small. I'm going to zoom in here so you can see the various characters. There's the punch. His head is way too small. It's Ippo. His torso is like off. His torso right there is a little bit off, as you can see that. And now the panels at the bottom that I spent time drawing. The crowd realizes, the coach realizes that he has no more power. The other coach, yes, he can't, even if he can move, he doesn't have any energy left. It's all over. The two fighters glaring at each other. A few more pages here. Ippo starts to crumble. He's weak. He thinks he's gonna lose. Ah, the champion slumps down as he threw. Was that the loss of his strength? Again, there was a lot more detail in the original art. I just tried to capture the moment as best as I could. It's like he thinks he's won. I've taken Makamochi's best attacks and stayed standing. I've defeated an incredible champion. The crowd, every single face in the crowd was well drawn. I just showed as many people as I could. I should point out they all had black hair, so I wasn't being racist or anything. So here goes the champion, or Sendaya. I've never had a greater victory. I'm then in the corner, satisfied. This is a much longer video, I apologize, but I don't know, I get so excited. And then another double page spread as he falls down. Because the Dempsey roll in the end affected him. Let me see if I can show you. This was a great moment, and I spent a lot of time on this, and I think this came out really well. Yeah, there was more detail in the crowd, but I just kind of left it like that. And I think his arm was that long. So, there you go. That was hours and hours of work right there, trying to replicate that chapter. And I have one more set of those before I end this video. This is from round 265, Dead or Alive. Basically page 3 to 9 or 10 if you count double page spread as 2. And this was Ippo against Sendo. That doesn't really look like Sendo. I had a hard time distinguishing them. Here comes Sendo smash. This is the final fight. God, look at that waist right there. What the hell did I think I was doing? So as you can see, the original art is so much better, but I had a lot of fun drawing this. I hope you enjoy this. This is Sendo going in for his smash against Ippo. You can see right there. Looks like it's gonna hit Ippo, and what happens? Ippo dodges it at the very last second. This is probably one of the most famous scenes from the entire manga, from the entire anime. The anime is great. You guys should watch it. You should read this manga. And there's Sendo, and he starts He starts to say Makinochi. He looks down, sees Ippo stand there waiting to deliver a body shot. Sees that Ippo's eyes are still alive, sort of a reference to something earlier that happened. Ippo delivers his classic liver blow right there. A lot of speed lines, a lot of lines used just to show the motion of the punch. Then I like how they had the panel of the ribs breaking. I didn't draw it as obviously as well. Then all the coaches and the fans and the dog looking on. There is a dog right there. I will point that out. That right there is a dog. So the liver blow. Some of this page came out pretty good. Ippo stand there, and he glares at Sendo and throws sort of a fake punch. Gets him to cover up and duck. And again, look at Sendo's torso is way too skinny. But Ippo ducks underneath. And here comes what many of you know is a dramatic double spread, huge uppercut to end all uppercuts. I'm going to show... No, oopsie. I'm going to show this page first, this panel. See, he comes underneath Sendo to give him the uppercut. And that is just their legs. And here we see the final punch land, a beautiful uppercut before he launches into his Dempsey whirl. And that is my fan art for Hajime no Ippo and Ashita no Joe, the one picture. I hope you enjoyed it. That was a really long video, and I'm sorry, I just had a lot of fan art, and I just love this series, and you should check it out. You can find it online. They're only available in Japan. They're not available in English. You can watch the anime. The Hajime no Ippo anime is licensed in America, but just check this series out. This series is incredible, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back with more Pokemon videos, more art videos, more everything videos, so just stick around, and we can all have a good time.